the Positive Affirmations and Blurts Exercise. This is a really simple, but also, again, a really potent one that comes from The Artist's Way, powerful creative journaling, creative book that helps artists to overcome their limiting beliefs and stories and reprogram, their limiting beliefs towards a more empowering narrative for themselves. That book was written by Julia Cameron. I highly recommend it for creatives who may be struggling with that, with disempowering narratives. So, this is essentially, what if the voice that holds you back could actually become the voice that lifts you up and elevates you? And I think that positive affirmations and mantras sometimes in the kind of like spiritual world, they get a bit of a bad rap for not really working or like not really being that important. But I think the power of positive affirmations and mantra is in when we start to practice them regularly and have a daily ritual around speaking our positive affirmation or our positive mantra and really invoking and embodying the essence of what it is that mantra evokes for you, or what it is that that affirmation evokes for you inside your body, that we're on a metaphysical and tangible, energetic, electromagnetic level where reprogramming and restructuring and rewiring our cells. We're repatterning the neural pathways in our brains away from the limiting narrative, sorry, I can't talk, away from the negative self-talk that unconsciously goes on repeat in our mind. So we're refocusing, repatterning our mental dialogue into these positive systems and positive narratives and positive programs. And when we really like consciously and intentionally step into the practice of that on a daily ritual, habitual level, it can start to really impact our life in a positive way, because it becomes embedded then into our psyche and into our deep subconscious, where it then starts to be rewired into our belief system. So then we no longer have those limiting beliefs that we're not good enough, or, my art is not worthy of being seen, or whatever your limiting beliefs are and narratives are. And this activity and exercise will help you to uncover what those limiting beliefs are and narratives are as well. So this is a cool one, and then sometimes, yeah, doesn't get enough credit for its power and its positive impact. So yeah, you'll need a journal and a pen. And again, I recommend doing this activity where you can have this in a prominent position. You can have this in a prominent space where you can return to it and you can actively engage with it in an ongoing way, where like when you notice a dialogue inside your head pop up, you put it on your list and then you create your uh, counter narrative, your positive solution, or your positive narrative that is the counter to that belief, that limiting belief. So you'll see in the worksheet that you have two different columns. One is the positive affirmation that you'd like to create, and the on the other column is your limiting belief or your blurt that comes out. And when you do this, when you create a positive affirmation, this is the meditation process that this activity elicits, is that when you're creating your positive narrative, maybe it might be something like, I am a creative, capable artist, and I'm willing to be paid really well for my creative output. And as you're writing it, you may actually hear that voice arise within you of the thing that answers back of like, who am I kidding? My art's not good enough, or I'm not talented enough, or there's so many artists out there doing it already, so why bother? Why even bother? Or it's who would spend that much money on a creation of mine? Whatever it is that blurts out in your head, This is the process of listening. And that when you really sit in the practice of learning to listen to those things, you can become really hyper conscious and aware of the
Mhm.
narratives that we tell ourselves. So write your blurt down as well. Or again, you could also do this activity as a self-reflective process where throughout your day, if you notice a blurt come up, or if you notice a limiting belief or a narrative in your head pop up, write that one down and then do the reflective feedback process where you create the opposite alternative positive belief and start really rewiring that into your daily habitual narrative. And I think it's also important to be compassionate, and you can create these alternatives that are supportive and compassionate and believable and realistic for yourself. So, a blurt example could be, I'll never take money from this. I think also a lot of spiritual people and a lot of wellness professionals have this belief that if it's spiritual, you shouldn't charge money for it or something like that. And so the alternative affirmation could be, my creativity supports me in many ways, including financially. So that's a big shift from I'll never make money from this to my creativity supports me in many ways, including financially. And then repeat your affirmation daily as often as you can, like a mantra inside your head, and even if you don't necessarily believe it at first, what you're doing on an intangible subconscious level in a cellular, you're imprinting your cellular memory with the programming of that positive mantra, especially when the blurts arise, when you hear it pop up and then you say your positive alternative. So keep a running list, watch how it evolves, and watch how your inner voice may soften as you progress with this activity. So I think really learning to reframe that every blurt is an invitation to choose a kinder truth for yourself, to rewrite the script, and your life will start to follow and flow with ease. So, cheers.